The foremost threat faced by the U.S. Navy in the Indo-Pacific region, as emphasized by a senior U.S. Navy commander, lies in China's People's Liberation Army Rocket Force, PLA-RF. Admiral Samuel Paparo, a four-star admiral and the current commander of the United States Pacific Fleet, highlighted during an interview with CBS that China is utilizing its extensive 9,000-mile or 14,485-kilometer coastline to redefine the principles of naval warfare. Admiral Paparo pointed out that China has made significant investments in advanced long-range precision-guided weapons, specifically mentioning the DF-21 and DF-26. These cutting-edge weapons possess a formidable capability to effectively target enemy warships. The PLA-RF has even referred to these advanced weaponry as carrier killers, highlighting the potential to engage and target U.S. naval aircraft carriers. Furthermore, Admiral Paparo mentioned reports of Chinese military exercises conducted in desert areas, where mock-ups resembling American ships, particularly Nimitz-class carriers, were utilized as targets for training purposes. These exercises further demonstrate China's focus on developing tactics to counter U.S. naval capabilities. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why an American general is concerned about the Chinese PLA Rocket Force. Let's get into the details. During the interview, Admiral Samuel Paparo openly expressed concerns about the PLA Rocket Force, stating, "I worry. You know, I'd be a fool not to worry about it. Of course I worry about the PLA Rocket Force." He emphasized that countering this threat is a daily priority, and the U.S. Navy is actively working on tactics, techniques, and procedures to efficiently mitigate it. The Admiral also highlighted the ongoing development of defensive systems aimed at safeguarding against potential attacks from the PLA Rocket Force. This demonstrates the seriousness with which the U.S. Navy approaches the challenge posed by China's missile capabilities. The interview occurred in February aboard the aircraft carrier the USS Nimitz, deployed near Guam. During the interview, when asked about the distance between a U.S. Navy carrier and mainland China, Admiral Paparo replied, 1,500 nautical miles. The host expressed concern about the possibility of the carrier being hit. Admiral Paparo acknowledged that if the Chinese military possessed accurate targeting capabilities, they could potentially strike the aircraft carrier. However, he reassured that the U.S. Navy employs proactive measures to ensure the carrier's safety. Admiral Paparo mentioned that military planners are actively devising strategies to counter China's rocket force and exploring effective methods of retaliation. Due to range limitations, aircraft deployed from ships near Guam would require aerial refueling to approach Taiwan. To launch missiles against any invading force targeting Taiwan, vessels like the U.S. destroyer Wayne E. Meyer, which is part of the Nimitz strike group, would need to maneuver closer to China. However, Admiral Paparo also emphasized that the United States is adaptable and can employ agile strategies while advancing the development of longer-range weapons to respond effectively to emerging challenges. In a noteworthy restructuring effort within the People's Liberation Army, PLA, China undertook the renaming of the PLA 2nd Artillery Force to the PLA Rocket Force on December 31, 2015. This reorganization not only involved a change in name, but also elevated the force from its previous status as an independent branch to a full-service level. The transformation within the PLA's military structure through this reorganization underscored the growing significance and focus placed on the rocket force in China's strategic capabilities. China's leader, Xi Jinping, who held key positions as Chinese Communist Party General Secretary, Central Military Commission (CMC) Chair, and President, has emphasized the PLA Rocket Force as China's primary force for strategic defense. While the ruling Communist Party has consistently provided substantial support to the rocket force, its prominence has further increased under the leadership of Xi Jinping. The force now possesses an array of missiles in its inventory. China has 2 missiles that are specifically designed to neutralize supercarriers or large ships, DF-21D and DF-26B. The Dongfeng-21 is a 2-stage, solid-fueled, single-warhead, medium-range ballistic missile, MRBM, that has a speed of around 10 Mach, a maximum range of around 1,450 kilometers or 900 miles, and carries a 600 kilogram or about 1,350 pounds warhead. DF-26B, developed from the DF-26, is the anti-ship variant and can hit naval targets. It has a range of 4,000 kilometers or 2,500 miles and is thought to be designed to conduct precision nuclear or conventional strikes with an accuracy of 100 meters CEP. Apart from these, it has DF-ZF. The DF-ZF hypersonic glide vehicle is launched to extremely high altitudes using DF-17, where it skips across the Earth's upper atmosphere and then glides back, attaining a hypersonic speed that's more than Mach 5. It's interesting to note that China has itself published a report according to which a barrage of 24 anti-ship missiles can sink a U.S. carrier strike group. To know more about that, check the video on the above card. The communist country has not engaged in warfare since its invasion of Vietnam in 1979, but the situation could change soon. Several U.S. military leaders and experts have warned that the country could invade Taiwan in this decade. Western defense analysts say that China's deployment of these long-range missiles serves as a deliberate and strategic message and demonstrates Beijing's resolve and capacity to resist any potential interference. However, these weapons' true reliability, accuracy, and payload capabilities have yet to be tested in actual combat. It's also not known if China has grasped the necessary expertise for a carrier-killer ballistic missile to detect, track, and strike a moving target at a considerable distance from the Chinese coast. Also, it's unclear if the PLA Rocket Force can operate effectively in the face of potential electronic, cyber, and physical attacks on launch facilities, guidance systems, and command and control centers. But there is no doubt that since China's missile fleet has experienced significant growth, it has become a formidable power. While the United States possesses an arsenal of missiles that are capable of intercepting incoming ballistic missiles such as SM-6, it's evident that the PLA Rocket Force is a big challenge and can't be taken lightly.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.